You've got a fundamental split between Republicans and Democrats. Republicans saying we did the revenue already, let's do spending cuts only. Obama's saying no. You're going to hurt seniors. You're going to cut the seed corn that we need for human capital investments. If we do only spending cuts, we should do revenues as well. Who's right?
Well, I think that there is no way to solve the problem without taking an approach somewhat like Simpson-Bowles, where you had basically $4 trillion over 10 years, and you had about $2.5 trillion of cost reductions, spending reductions, and about $1.2 trillion of revenue. Mm-hmm. And I thought that plan was reasonably balanced and reasonably sensible. Again, the devil's in the details. And so you're going to have to do in some way, shape, or form both. And there's a scoreboard that exists somewhere here in Washington to see who's winning and losing and all that, but I'll leave that to John, to you. But the thing I'd say...
on that fundamental point, you're saying that Obama's right. We need revenue as well as spending cuts.
Well, I think the question is, have you already gotten the revenue if you go back to the previous things? But I think the next, you've got to get some significant entitlement reform here. And I think you can win by losing by not acknowledging that this has got to be substantial and it's got to be now. And rather than me endorsing either the president or Speaker Boehner, either one, say, look, there have to be entitlement reforms here, and that's got to be overt and it's got to be now.
And I hear
but I've done I've done maybe in a decade 1,000 acquisitions. I've done maybe 10,000 business deals in 30 years. I've never done one without meeting with the other side, right? I can't remember doing one negotiation. I mean, I win all my arguments in my own conference room. It's only when I open up the door that the world really stinks. So I guess what I'd like to leave you guys with is, again, I came here to talk more about manufacturing than about this. Mm-hmm. But I would feel much better if they started meeting. I just don't know how anything gets done unless you sit and negotiate. And I think business can be a catalyst. We can have a point of view. But this work has to get done here. It's got to be done by people compromising, by negotiating, and not by, I wish I could find a way to buy a company or do a deal with a customer without ever meeting them.
But just one quick follow-up on that. You said that we do need more revenue. So on that point, Obama's right. But the flip side.
I'm not really, I don't want that to be the seminal point here.
No, I understand.
I'm really not here to endorse either one.
But as somebody who's worked closely with him, do you think he intends to accomplish entitlement reform, or is he slow-walking that and resisting?
He said, look, in the meetings he's had with the BRT, he has said that this is something that's important he's got to do. But again, this gets down to, again, I am not here to take either the side of the president or the side of the Republicans. I'm here to say, let's get a negotiated certainty so we all could invest and grow the economy and do the things we all want to do. That's what I'm calling for. And in the end, I would feel much better if they were meeting. I don't see how the other stuff works.